is Kai running, bro? Come
Hi,
back.
dear now. Hi, dear now. Hi, dear now. How are you, my dear? Dear, I want to have a conversation here. How are you, my baby?
I'm good.
Want to look at me for a minute? Inside there? Look at me here, yes. How are you, my dear?
Good.
Ah, dear, no, always bothering me. They're shy. They don't want to be on my camera. No, Brother Patrick don't want to be on my camera. Yeah. They are very. You don't? Okay. So we'll have to do an interview. I knew you would say that.
Changed his mind.
Instantly.
I knew you would say, that's why I said it. That's why I said it, that we have to do an interview.
To be seen as the dogmatic, cutthroat one. But they're both the same thing. But just playing the role slightly different. But still operating in the same manner with the same principle. You understand? So because of that diabolical move that they had made now, every time a community was designed or erected or called or formed or built, the first thing that goes up is the church. So the programming starts. The programming starts. So everybody meet at the church. You have school at the church before you can start building schools. You have woman meeting at the church, men meeting at the church, community meeting at the church, farmers meeting at the church. Everything. They want to play bingo, want to play game for the old folks at the church. So the church become the hub, the thing that desensitizes you and is always there listening in and watching and then molding you before you go out of control, so they have you in control. Then they build the school. Then they build a community center, because now we can't have everything at the church now. The church needs to operate as itself. It could have operated from the day one. It's just the programming. You see what I'm saying? And then now they say separate state and the church. So now after them, after they build everything off the one, now they want to separate the state, the church from the government. You understand? But it's the church, is the inception, the one who caused all of it. That's how it starts. It's just like now today, not just today, but they were always using democracy. But before they start talking about democracy, it's about republic. The Caesars, right? All of these people. So this is what they have been pushing. Now, Alexander the Great, or the Greek, he is the father or the catalyst of how they would commandor or take over, yeah, and colonize that country and colonize that people. So now he will go in and take every country people over and stop them from speaking the language that they're speaking. So they are mainstreaming everything to them. So now they call themselves Greek. But Greeks don't call themselves Greeks.
The Greeks now?
They never did call themselves Greek. That's the Romans who is calling them Greek.
Okay.
It's just like today, you will hear, if you read the Quran, Muhammad is the first Muslim. But everybody else is Muslim. Abraham is Muslim. But yet still it says Muhammad is the first Muslim. Well, Alexander the Great is the first Greek. If they were already Greek, how is he the first Greek? If his father before him was Greek. So I believe it's a term that they use today, just like democracy, for the people, by the people, with the people, but they don't mean none of that. It's just to give you what you needed to hear to make you go along with us. So what they did, they colonized everybody and get them into a Greek state of mind, which they call Hellenize or Hellenization, or they are Hellen. You understand? And this is what they go around and do. But it's another word to use to say we are colonizing you and bringing you into what we believe, into our culture and our way. You understand what I'm saying? So it's the same system that's still operating here because E is their champion. And E now, of every other society now, or every other Greek or Roman or European or Caucasian rulership, is their model of what a government and a system is supposed to be and look like. So E is the pinnacle and the bedrock at the same time for them. So they build their society that way, going all how they started and how they start to rebrand it by putting the church first. So now that church is that invisible enemy training you how to think, how to walk, and how to be submissive to the government, but you're saying it's to the people, for the people, best interests. And then after it simulates itself, then now we say we have to separate church from state. Because, there is, then they sow certain seed into society and say like, there's two things that we can never agree on, so we just don't discuss them. Church and politics. Or religion and politics. So you see, they set it, then they would say, all road lead to Rome. And when you're in Rome, you must do as Rome. Nothing that is done in Rome must ever leave. So they're already boxing you in. It's like a couple of days ago, yesterday or day before yesterday, I found out this new word. Watch this. And this is so diabolic of how these people.
How long can this stay in the freezer?
No, you can take it out now. Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Before I push.
Yes. So this word that I've learned, it's called probably can.
She's not in the kitchen.
Yes, babes, you were giving a... Okay.
So it's like this word. Check out this word that I found out.
Okay, we are Patrick want to read it. Hey, babes, there's no more oatmeal thingy?
It's in the fridge. Thank you, brother. No, none of it is for her.
You can't drink one?
Yes.
She want oatmeal. Put
What's
them
that?
in the fridge for me. She
What
don't
is-
like them
I know,
super
she won't
cold.
be one.
Because right now it's going to
So you
freeze.
don't like it?
Dan saying what he wants. Dan, could you open that thing for me, babes? Or give me that one and then take the other one.
But I said I wanted mine, so two of
Okay, so just take it, babes. Take it. It's okay. Leave it
So
though.
while we open, don't take it.
No, you
It's
take it.
already
It's
open.
fine. It's fine.
He's
It's
going to put the next one.
Can have it.
So why you're not refusing it? So anyway, so like this word that I discovered, right? Called dreptomania. You have another word called kleptomania. Kleptomania, according to them, is person who can't help themselves but thief. It's just like the word kleptomania. Watch this. So the kleptomania.
I'm drinking
Hold
some.
on a second, Martin.
Did you look up?
Oh, yeah.
I'm drinking something.
On the ground. I fell multiple times inside while doing it.
Okay. So now you hot and tired? Huh? Yeah, it hurts. Did you finish eating the food, Desi?
No.
Did you, Dio?
Yep.
Are you cold, buddy?
My
Are you
head
cold?
is twisting around.
Your head twisting around. Shouldn't it be someone that's twisting your head around? That's what do you mean your head is twisting around? Did you say good? Did you say thank you to your mama, dear? You did? Okay. You're welcome, dear. Okay.
If you don't want it, something.
No,
So
it's
it's like
okay.
this word called dreptomania. So watch this. Dreptomania is a scientific term for a mental illness which cause enslaved people to want to run away every time they are caught. What? Yes, you read it and you heard it right.
Tryptomania.
That's a made up word.
I know.
All words are made up.
Yeah, but that hasn't got no
This one came into being about 5 years ago.
Family, listen. Just listen.
What the heck?
Just like kleptomania is a inability to resist the urge to steal items, usually for the reasons other than personal use or financial gain. First described in 1816, kleptomania is classified in the psychiatry as an impulse control disorder. Well, this scientific term, drapetomania, was a supposed mental illness that in 1851, American physician Samuel A. Cartwright hypothesized as the cause of an enslaved African fleeing captivity. This hypothesis was based on the belief that slavery was such an improvement upon the lives of slaves that only those suffering from some form of mental illness would wish to escape. Samuel A. Cartwright, from 1793 to 1863, Cartwright specifically cited the tendency of slaves to flee from the plantation that held them. Since slaves happy with their condition would not want to leave, he inferred that such people had to be sick, impervious to the natural order of things. He published an article about black slaves' illness and idiosyncrasies. In D. Bowes' review, contemporarily reprint in the South, Cartwright's article was widely mocked and scrutinized in the northern United States. The concept has since been debunked as pseudoscience and showed up to be a part of the edifice of scientific racism. A slave desire from freedom is not a pathological issue. The term derived from a Greek dreptis, a runaway slave, cannot pronounce this Greek word, a mania, madness, or frenzy. As late as 1940, the third edition of Thomas Lapthorpe Stedman's Practical Medical Dictionary include an entry for drapetomania, defined as vagabond, dromania, an uncontrollable or insane impulse to wander. Now, you listen to these things all over your ear. This is total madness. But this is what the Caucasian, Edomite, Caucasite, scientific mind thinks. What he say is what it is. And if he did not say it, then it's not what it is until he gives it its definition. Remember, these are the same. These are the same. Female
Okay.
and female
I
is
need to
male.
keep recording base.
This is your problem if you want to stop. What I'm trying to show you, this is where the psychosis
Are you kidding me?
of the people that we are dealing with that enslave us. So when Deuteronomy chapter 28 tell you about the curse for the children of Israel if they did not obey the law, statute, and commandment that the Most High kept them, based on Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 37, it says, and one of the curses, and those shall become an astonishment and a proverbs and a byword among all nations, whether the Lord shall leave thee or scatter thee. See, they create the meaning of words and they tell you what the word is. But who is it that they are calling all these words? Us. How is it that a person running away for their freedom, you're going to call it drapetomania, and it's a sickness and an insanity for you to want to run away from your captor? You're supposed to love slavery, stay at slavery, and be happy being nothing and nobody. So
But
this is
isn't that the new thing that they have? You'll have nothing and you want nothing and
that's
still be
the
happy.
new world order. That's the new world order. So you have to understand now who is really mad. But they use this to tell you that you are mad. The sky is blue. Right? But they're going to whip you in submission and say, no, the sky is hazel. The sky is hazel. The sky is hazel. The sky is hazel. And then after a matter of time, you say, yes, the sky is hazel. And you're not only saying that the sky is hazel, you teach your children that the sky is. So you pass on the physical and mental and spiritual trauma onto the next generation, onto the next generation. And then their own people are saying, when you start to say, they start to react, they go, what are you reacting this way for? Because they believe the diagnosis of the prognosis that the mad scientist or doctor gave.
Yeah, but I've never been white. So I don't necessarily know if white people are mad.
Oh, this beer, sorry. It's crystal clear to me. Trust me. We're not promoting crystal. Just saying. Just saying.
Yeah, so I don't necessarily know if they're mad, but I see too many things that they do
This is what I said.
that tells me that something's not right. Is either they're pretending that they are okay, or they really think that way. Either way, I don't really know. But only a handful of those people will speak up to say they see what we see. So I don't know whether it's just a small group of them that see, or a lot of them see, but many of them will not speak out against their own people, which I think is what's happening. But on the laptop there's a case, I think, that just went through on Monday in America, of a black man who got pulled over by the police. Two white female officers, and they said that one of them was saying he was swerving in the road. He said he has automatic lights that comes on, but his headlights went on, and the police pulled him over. Now, in that state, I think they're saying that you're not supposed to have alcohol open in the vehicle.
Oh, I saw that yesterday.
You saw that?
Yes.
So they took him out of the car, brought him to the other police car. One of the women officers
Planted it.
Opened
Open it,
it.
yeah.
And you hear the car.
I saw that.
Hear
Okay,
the
so you
fresh
see
car.
that, yeah.
Yes.
pulled it out, and then left some in the bottom and put it back in. And then she went to her colleague and said that he had an open
Yes.
bottle of vodka, whether it was in the vehicle. So, to me, I'm like, okay, clearly, and she's on the stand, clearly you know what you did is wrong. And you have this guy on trumped up charges say that he was under the influence of alcohol. So when I look at that, I'm like, well, clearly you don't like black people, because that's what you're willing to do, to put this man in prison over something that you know he didn't do. So I don't think that if I lived in America, I don't know if I could stay in America as a black person, because too many cases after cases after cases after
Yeah.
cases after cases. So if you love Babylon that much, that's how I think about it. I didn't have to escape Canada. I wasn't being persecuted in Canada. I know about racism. I've felt it there. I've seen it there. But my life is not on the line, and they're not looking to put me to prison over something that I haven't done. I've not experienced that. And yet, I leave that. And one of the things that I'm always grateful for when I left was that I don't ever have to hear their psychology in my ears. That's what I'm most grateful for, having left. If I never see another white person, I would not miss them. And if I never heard them tell me anything, I would be fine. Because for the first time, I can actually have a clearer mind. Because I don't have someone telling me that white is black and black is white, green and pink and blue. I can think clearly in terms of, I come here and no one's telling me that a man who feels like he's a woman should put on women's clothes and go in a woman's toilet. All of that stuff is done.
To program the rest of the world, because remember, they
So why are they doing that?
Yeah,
Are
okay.
they crazy? Are
No,
they
they're
mad?
not. No. That's a part of the system. The system checks and balance is, for example, there's a quota that has to be met, and the cops would have to go out and do this. This wasn't. We hypothesized that this is what that was, but we never work inside of. We work in the police station to know when they're getting their mandate or their what is it that they have to do each day, right? Until one or two come out and say, yes, this is what we were told to do, and we have to do this. Now, if you see something happen in this one state, two state, three state, this cop, that cop, that cop, this cop, on the two total different precincts, then the only thing that you can say is, this is what they're told to do. Because remember, she came out, took his thing, say, hey, you're swerving. I smell weed. Oh, you have,
Yes, I
you
remember she
make a judgment call. You're shooting people who they look like a doctor, but they're black. Or they look like a pastor, but they're black. Or they look like a thug or a child. All of it is black, and you're enemy number one. So once you see one and you're ready to go and you feel that you're ready to go to the next level, plus you get rating, you get credit, you get ranking on the things on these things. So it's not a chance or a coincidence that this type of thing is playing out in public repetitively. So it's a controlled design. It's not an anomaly just pop up out of nowhere. This is part of what your system is, because based on it, she take the full bottle. The system says in the law, you don't throw away evidence. But she knows what she's doing because it's a full bottle. It has to stick. She cracked the bottle. You could hear it crack. The judge said, wait a minute, did I just hear the bottle crack? A fresh bottle was opened. But after that, why would you as the judge leave this up for the jury to make a decision on. The case is already thrown out. They tamper with the evidence. They throw the evidence. We haven't even heard about them checking his toxic level. We haven't heard anything of that. But now that man is in trouble, he lost his job, can't pay this, can't pay that. The car that he had, he has to return the car. They drag out the court case. So now he's already in a financial bind. He doesn't care now about this, whether you want to charge me or not. I just want to get my thing.
Now is my time to shine. When your time comes, don't postpone it. When others doubt and out, you don't condone it. Truth be told, yourself is your toughest opponent. When your moment comes, grab hold and own it. Never let go, stand tall and hold tight. Overcoming obstacles is the objective in life.